Hello everybody, Lontar here again on another video, another PvP guide. Today we're gonna be talking about the Lizard Preservation Evoker, one of my, I would say, favorite healers since it came out back in Dragonflight. I played a lot of this healer, like a lot of games, and now I gotta say that in Midnight they have lost like one of their coolest abilities that I actually will be missing a lot this expansion, and it's Spirit Bloom. Like Spirit Bloom is gone, so is Kick as well. So it's like Kick. So you're more exposed. You're more exposed than other healers right now. So yeah, I mean you probably you lost some other stuff too, but that's the two most important changes you got. Like losing Spirit Bloom. Also, you lost Renewing Blaze. Now it's a passive, whatever, and then you lost Quell, aka your range kick. That is a bit annoying. Like in terms of gameplay, Dragon's gonna struggle a bit more than before, but it's still fun to play. Still like I will say semi decent. So yeah, let's start with the guide. Where Evoker is right now in terms of performance. As we said on the other videos of the last guides, Monk is dominating. Then we said that kind of Priest is second best, but after playing and playing more and more and more, I realized Pala is just second best. Then I will say Priest on this Priest, obviously both specs. Fourth Pala, and then fourth I will just probably say like Evoker. Evoker might be number fourth, number five with Holy Priest. I don't know. Those two are like close to each other. So basically, this means if Blizzard decides to buff them, they're gonna be meta instantly. Same with the Holy Priest, because like they're in the middle. They're not as bad as Druid or Shaman, but they're not as good as Monk, Priest, Pala. You know. Base strategies for Dragon, for Evoker, you can only be Dragther. So yeah, that's basically it. No much to talk about. Main stats, embellishments, and tier set. For embellishments, we're gonna go quick with it. I saw it on every guide. It's called. Is this one Blessed Pango Charm? As we talk about in every single guide, we have test on the beta, and this is kind of the only embellishments that we think it could be the best. The other ones are like a bit worse than these ones, but who knows? Maybe we didn't try all of them or we didn't try them enough. This could change at some point whenever the meta gets more evolved. The moment the meta evolves a bit more. But so far, we really think Blessed Pango Charm is the best. Stacking it twice, obviously. When it comes to tier set on Dragon, let me show it on the screen quick. You have Evoker, Preservation, 2-piece, Burden Embrace healing is increased by 20%, cooldown reduced by 2. 2 set is mandatory no matter what. It's kinda insane. So in Arena, it's obviously gonna be 10% and probably 1 second or something like this. One of those numbers is gonna get nerfed in Arena. Could be both, could be only one, not sure. Have to check it again whenever we get it on next week when season starts. But yeah, 2-piece for Dragon is mandatory. And 4-piece, I mean, it depends. I think 4-piece is not bad, but obviously without losing stats. So the good thing about Dragon is like Resolute, you kind of want Haste, Versa, and Mastery. So this means you can get 4-piece without losing any of those 3 stats, which I don't really remember the the stats of the tier sets. Then you could go 4-piece is extra healing. It's extra. You send an Emerald Blossom at your target, 100% effectiveness. So yeah, you could probably play 4-piece. Not a big of a deal because you barely press Emerald Blossom anyway. But yeah, you could basically play it. You most likely play it anyway. And talking about the main stats. Main stats of preservation, it goes the same, literally the same as Restoration Druid. We talked about it in the guide yesterday. What I like to go in PvP is just right now I don't have the best stats possible because this is BG gear, honor gear, so you cannot have the best you can. I mean, I could get more, but I really like to play Evoker with a lot of haste. Always been, and I think it's always been the best because Evoker is a class that is in a timer because of mana. So you gotta go in and pressure the enemy team with sleepwalks, with damage, and with insane HPS. And the best way to put it off is having a balance between haste, mastery, versa. But I believe the first season of an expansion you cannot get as much of all three, so I would recommend to go more haste versa than mastery. It's like same with druid. Druid was different because the mastery got nerfed, but for dragon, I really think you will need more haste than this. Like I should even probably change like my cloak and my boots if I can change them to haste for sure, on my chest as well. I don't know if there is honor gear for that. I didn't check, but I should probably do it. And that will be the stats. What is my percentage? I would like to go to 15% haste at least in season 1. If I can get 20, insane. But obviously I don't want to lose much mastery for it, because mastery is really good as well. So yeah, talking about talents, this is the hardest part of any guide I'm gonna do this season, because I played a lot of dragon and I talked with a lot of dragons too that are really good as well, that are top players, and they both told me the same thing, that I think that both are good, like both hero threes are good, and they don't know which one is better. And I completely agree with it. I really don't know which one to play. I actually have no idea, but I could I could try to guess on which one on what matchups or like comps I'm gonna be playing one or another. So what I think, I could be wrong, but what I think is when you can play a matchup where you can do a lot of living flames offensively and do damage, when you put your tips the skills into fire breath, then you will get extra haste so you can spam damage. I mean, let me show it really quick so you guys understand what I mean for people who don't play press. So when you press tips the scale into fire breath, you will get more intellect and 28, I mean, a lot of haste. You see how fast I'm casting, and I don't have much haste. So I can do a lot of damage like this. And I get CDR too from that. So you can play like really offensive. It's a fast matchup, like really fast. I really think we can see Chrono Warden. But if the games are slower, the matchup is like more damp, or like you're gonna get CC a lot and you're gonna be able to do damage, as much damage, I think I will go Flamesaker. So overall, how the game looks, I think Flamesaker is probably gonna be the play. This is the first time Flamesaker Preservation is meta since Preservation came out, since they add the Hero 3s. So this is gonna be the first time we're gonna be playing Flamesaker that is actually meta. And the good thing about this is the talent. Obsidian Scales also applies to your target or one nearby injured ally at 50% value. So the key is target your guy that is dying and press Obsidian Scales, and you will give him a 15% damage reduction Obsidian Scales. It's not, yeah, because this one is 30%, right? It's 30%, so you give it 50%. So you're giving 15% damage reduction in arena. So you have, the good thing about Flamesaker is basically this, that you give him a wall to your team, to the guy that you're targeting, and if you don't target anyone, the closest target. So this is kinda nice. This is new to the game, and also I think I'm not 99% sure because I didn't test it myself, but I faced other dragons in war games on the beta and now on the pre-season. And when you play this talent and you press Obsidian Skills, you will give Aura Mastery to that guy that has Obsidian Skills too. So if someone can confirm this, because I didn't like theory crafted, but I think it works like that, that guy will be free casting during the entire wall as well. So that's kinda insane synergy with casters, in case you play with a mage, Boomy, or whatever, or Lock, whatever. So that would be insane. Yeah, I mean, no much to choose here. You will just go longer. I mean, more range on travel, deep breath, dream flight. You play the more healing on healing overtime on Dream Breath, obviously, because you need the healing and Fire Breath as well. It's nice, and then the Life Cinders, the wall for your teammates. When it comes to Evoker 3, no much you can change about. All these talents you see are kind of mandatory, almost all of them. And you can shop around, like for example, I mean, Time Spiral, I love it because it resets one hover. But sometimes you can just go and like, let's say you're gonna get targeted a lot, and you play with a Sabrok or a classes that you don't need your stun for, you can press this is a new talent, so basically when you fly during deep breath, 100% of all damage you will take while you're flying on the deep breath, you will take it in 10 seconds. So this is like an insane talent to survive when you're getting trained. So when you're about to take a big damage, let's say a Destro Warlock is pressing Chaos Bolt, then you fly before the cast finish. You will immune the bolt, kinda, but you will take that damage over time on the next 10 seconds. This is basically a time dilation, but on your deep breath for yourself. So that's kinda cool new talent that you could see. I could see using it into like some comps in 3v3 and shuffle for sure. But yeah, normally you will play Terror of the Skies or Time Spiral. I mean, you can just go play without this and put it like this. Also, for people that don't know, Risky doesn't give a shield anymore. It was the talent here. Now you have Twin Guardians reworked. That basically, when you rescue someone, you will give you will increase 100% the movement speed. So that's you just go you just run so fast with this. So if you want to escape, this is a good option. If you just want to be tankier, it's a good option. And you can just play these two and then don't play like this and play like this. You have so many options. So you don't want to play Oppressing Roar, then you play Scratch Time and play all three, you know? It just depends what you prefer. And when it comes to Preservation 3, these three got Omega change. And I like it and I don't. No much to explain about because all these talents here on this here from this line to the top all are mandatory. Not much you can do about it. Literally nothing you can change about it, almost, I will say. And then from this line to the bottom, mandatory 99% of the times you have to. And then here is when it becomes tricky because the apex talents you minimum need rank 2, so you minimum need 3 points. And then the last one, I think you play Flame Shaper, you need it as well. I will talk about them in a second. But yeah, when it comes here, you're kind of forced to pick this one so you can save 1 extra point to go down here and go down here at the same time, which is the Fire Breath talent. This talent is really good, but sadly you cannot afford it. You actually cannot afford it at all. And it's because you're forced to pick everything else. And when it comes to like 3v3 or 2v2 where you need mana, you need to play energy loop. So when you disintegrate, you get mana. If you don't need mana or you don't want to kill with the disintegrate, mostly for mana though, you just need time of need here. Like nothing changed from time of need when it comes to like gameplay. You just proc below 30 and you proc the pet and the pet heals you basically or heals your team. But yeah, mostly you will play this one. For Shuffle, you play the other one. And this is all the same talents. Insta Living Flame 2, blah blah blah. New talent, Timeless Magic, really OP. Reversion, Time Dilation, Echo, and Temporal Anomaly lasts 30% longer and costs 30% mana. So this is nicer for mana, but at the same time makes your reversions last longer, which means you will have more life spark proc if you're lucky, and more uptime obviously. And also your time dilation will last 30% longer, which means your team is gonna be tankier by default. So this is a mandatory 2 points on it. Mandatory because you have to. And then here as well. Double Dream Breath to get here. And you have 2 new talents. Burden and Brisk is an additional charge, which is really insane because of the tier set. As we talked about earlier, burden he will heal more, and you get Shroud for every burden you press. So you have 2 charges, you have 2 immunities every time you press burden. This one is kinda nice, but it's not as good because burden healing is increased by 30%, really nice. And in addition, it no longer costs you to leap to your target. So when you burden, you stay in your place instead of leaping to your target. So they kinda made this talent so you don't expose yourself and you can stay more close to the pillar. But having one burden over 2, I don't know. I find this one way better overall, basically because Nullifying Shroud. Unless there is a matchup that you do not want to expose yourself in the middle no matter what, and you don't need any healing. But then, even though like you still have 2 charges to immune CC when you're in, so yeah, I will say this one better. And when it comes to the Apex, I talk to every dragon and they think the same. Rank 1, rank 2, So AK 3 points minimum on the apex. And then the fourth one, I don't know. I really think it's needed. I think Dream Breath's insta healing by 125% increase is really nice. And when you press Dream Breath, you proc the blessing. What is the blessing? Basically, this is an this is like the rest of Summer one. It's an empowered healing stream. It's an empowered reversion. So you have a chance to proc it. I will show you. You have a reversion here. I press Dream Breath. Boom. Upgrade. So now reversion is upgrade to the Apex talent. And you can double it. So you press reversion and then double it. And that's the same. It's the same icon as well. But it's just empowered, right? Let me read it in case. Essence abilities have a chance to infuse your next reversion with the power of the green dragonflight, blah blah blah. What does the Meritor's Blessing? Spring a bloom of life to your target, healing them and up to other 4 allies within 30 yards for 5k. Blooms might heal your premier target multiple times if no nearby injured. That's basically it. So basically that's a heal and it applies the reversion. That's basically it. That will be it. So it's like a small single target heal, if I didn't read it wrong, and then the reversion itself. That will be it. We're gonna double test it. That was 700, right? And then I do echo. Yeah, and this one's it's just the same as I said. This one heals the same as the other one. Look. So now what I do is remove these two. I press reversion, double. You see 775. So the only thing that this does is just basically getting one single target heal while you're reversion, which is nice because you don't lose anything rotation wise. You don't fall behind for playing around this or anything because you have to Dream Breath anyway. And about talents, I mean, that will be this the PvP talents. PvP talents, another big change Blizzard did. Emerald Communion is a PvP talent now. And that's really annoying because Dragon has insane PvP talents. So now you're forced to play one by default, Emerald Communion. The second one is almost 99.9% of the times mandatory as well. Nullify and Stroud when you burden your immune CC for 4 seconds. And the third one is the one you're going to be shopping. So if you think you're going to get kick a lot or a mastery, if not, you can just play time stop to avoid CC on yourself or avoid damage or CC on your team. Fire breath, but now fire breath works different. You will only remove 2 beneficial magic effects from all targets. So if people are stacking, let's say there is 3 people from a Resto Druid team with full hot stacking, you will only get 2 purges. So this is a big buff to Resto Druid because Fire Breath Klepto Purge got nerf. So basically I will, and then you have the new Dream Projection has a new icon now. And same as always, you just fly and dispel. So the dragon has a lot of talents, and this one too. So basically, Aura you need to cast. This you want to purge a bit. Time stop you want to avoid CC or avoid damage from someone. Dream projection you want to like AoE dispel, let's say flame socks or boomy dots from a boomy team or a LA team, or even S Shadow Priest. It's really nice too. Or just like this one is really nice when you face like comps that can train you, like melees. Let's say Red Warrior, Windwalker DK, stuff like that. With that, you're immune to slow, so they cannot catch you that easy. Like Dragon has so many good talents, so need to know when to use each. Okay, and talents, that's it. Rotation. Rotation is not that complicated. I'm gonna show you one thing first, which is basically the whole class. You guys need to understand this talent. This talent has been in the game forever since Dragon came out. Golden Hour. This talent is the most important talent for the class, and if you don't understand this talent, you cannot play this class. Reversion instantly heals the target for 15% of damage taken in the last 5 seconds. And because you do echo into double reversion, that will be 30. So what does this mean? 30%, okay? Every time you do double reversion. So let's say I'm taking damage. Let's say a Destro Warlock does 100k chaos fall to me, okay? If in the next 5 seconds, before that 5 seconds expire after I took the damage, I do echo reversion, that means double reversion, I will get 15 plus 15 heal. 15% of the damage that I took. So if I took 100k during that 5-second window that I pressed the reversion, so the moment I press reversion, the 5 seconds before, all the damage that I took, I will get healed the 30% of the damage that I took during the last 5 seconds. So that's kind of broken when someone does a lot of single threat damage to you. So let me put an example as I was talking. Destro Warlock, that's 100k damage to you. And on the next 5 seconds, you do Echo into Reversion. So I will get 30k heal only from that, on top of the Reversion HOTS, obviously. And that's how you play dragons. Apart from putting double Dream Breath, Burden, double Reversion, Living Flame instant cast, whatever, the whole class relies on that. Dragon is OP, HPS wise, if you know how to abuse Golden Hour, if you know how to apply this talent properly. I explained it twice already. Hopefully, you guys understood. But that's how you play dragon. Like if someone is taking a lot of damage on the moment, you echo double reversion. It's like you do the most healing with it. This is the biggest single turret heal for dragon. Especially when they're getting like if it's low damage, it won't do anything or won't do much. But if they're taking big single turret damage, you want to do echo double reversion for that. So when it comes to rotation, simple. As someone we said, Ersil rip that up always. On Dragon, you always want to have double reversion up. With Echo, you replicate spells. So always double. Why? Because Grey Spirit talent. Your healing is increased by 10% on targets with your reversion. 10%, because it's duplicated is 20. So with this two already, you have 20% healing increase on the target, no matter what. Then what do you want to do after? Before you will want to burden into Dream Breath, but now you don't care because that talent is gone. So you echo into double Dream Breath. Then when you want to heal a lot of single target, you burden and then cast whatever, or do this again, or you can use like burden again, get life bind for more healing, then Dream Breath. Let me explain life bind quick so you guys understand. Burden Embrace temporarily bonds your life with an ally, causing your healing on either partner to heal them for 60. Okay. For a system amount of the to explain it easier, so we don't have to read garbage. The moment I press burden, I will give this buff to me, to myself, and to this guy. So we're life bind. Okay, this means 60% of the healing I do, it will go to that life bind. It's like a beacon from Holy Pala, but better. So what I mean is like if I put the beacon, the life pine, and I do 100k living flame, I will do an extra 60k heal to this guy. So it's really important to play around that. It's really important to do the most heals you can during life bind windows. So as I said, double reversion up, and now my guy's taking a lot of damage. Burden, echo, double dream breath, echo, big living flame. You know, that's how you do the most heals basically on dragon, and that's the rotation. You need to understand how to abuse, as I said, golden hour and life ban. The moment you know these two talents, and the moment you understand you need to duplicate all your hots, burden too. The moment you understand that, the best. That's it. The rotation is really simple. Now, the new stasis, the new way of charging it, like before you will charge it, you will want the Spirit Bloom always there with Bird and Dream Breath. Now Spirit Bloom is gone. So how do we charge this? There is many ways right now to do it. Obviously, you want to have Burden and Dream Breath on it. How will I will do it? I mean, I will probably. There is many ways of doing it. Like you can just do it. You press this, Burden, Echo, double Dream Breath. That will be one, for example. You could do that way. That will be fine. Other way you could do it, it could be like maybe you start with Dream Breath, Burden into Echo, and then before you release the stasis, you will just press Echo, then release to the double Dream Breath, and then you will get Burden into the last Echo, so you have like one Echo extra, so you can apply like double. Like at the end of the day, it's just like you need to play around that. You need to like be smart with the stasis. You can do many things with it, but HPS wise, as I said, you could do. There is many variants, and it depends on the situations. But make sure you have on the stasis, Dream Breath, and Verdant. Always, always, you want to have it there, no matter what. Okay. And the healing rotation, I don't think we're missing anything. I think that will be it. Because time dial and all these cities, we're going to talk about it in a second. Yeah, that will be it. When it comes to city management, on Dragon, you have a lot of cities. You have double time dilation, you have rewind, you have communion, you have rescue, and now you have an extra city because of this three, because of this hero talent. That now you can give wall to your ally. I don't know if this counts as an ally. Yeah, it does. You see, I give him wall by attack him. You know that is kinda OP. You think about it. So Flame Shaper overall could be a bit better, but both are good though. Anyway, so how do you want to do this now? Now, I mean, if I'm completely honest, what I will do is just giving first CD on someone. Let's say you're not CC, you want to time dial first. I think that would be the best. Use time dial first, and the next CT you press. We're talking in a situation that you're not gonna get CC. You're not gonna get CC. Time dial first. What I will press next, I will press one of my walls of him. Okay, because if I do wall into wall, then now I'm exposed, so I don't have anything now for myself. You know. Let's say you time dial wall, he is still dying. Fuck it, I'm gonna press another time dial, and then that will be enough for a while. That's what you kind of wanna do, you know. Other CDs. What I recommend in this game, 99% of the times, at least for me, I wanna save my trinket for rewind. Most of the times, I wanna trinket rewind on windows where if I don't do it, my guy just dies. Like my trinket link or like my old trinket swap or like my trinket lay of hands, you know, stuff like that. You can rewind without having to trinket if you're not CC at all, but obviously it depends on the situation. But rewind literally works like golden hour. Like it will heal the more damage your guy took on a window of the last 5 seconds. So it's basically a golden hour, but on steroids basically. You know, like you will heal more the more damage your team took for the last 5 seconds. That will be it, you know. When it comes down to like how to press communion, now there is a change on communion because if you guys remember, the communion talent was here and there was a communion talent below it under the communion, which will let you cast it while moving. Now you need to cast communion. You need to have hover up. If you don't have hover up, you cannot press communion. Look, I'm gonna press communion now while I'm walking, and it stopped my character. You see? What does this mean? I can move it now. Now I can. What does this mean, by the way? This means that if you don't pre-hover the CC, you won't be able to press communion. I believe they did a change on this on the last patch of the beta, but I don't remember to what CC. I think it was to fear. I think you can communion while fear, even if you don't have hover. I believe you do. Okay, I'm not like, yeah, it says here, you see, castable while stun, disorient, incapacitate, and silence. I believe you cannot press it in sheep. I could be wrong, but last time I played it in the beta, you could not. I'm just letting you guys know, I'm not 99% sure about this, but there was one or two CCs that you could not do it on. I don't know if it was, no, actually, in fear it should not work, right? Okay, I don't know if it was fear or sheep. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not 99% sure about this, but if you guys wanna test it on a duel or whatever, go for it. I didn't test it because I didn't play much Dragon the last 2 weeks, because I was leveling. But on the beta, before they did the change, you could not. You had to pre-hover, and then you will be able to do it on any CC. But if you didn't pre-hover the CC, you will not be able to cast it at all. So that's something to like watch out with. Maybe now you can cast it on any CC. I will have to try it again and test it again. But yeah, just in case. So communion. In Shuffle, you're only gonna get one maximum. Normally, 99.9% of the times, you're only gonna get one communion per game. Um, so what I will recommend, do it early. Don't do it instantly unless you have to, because obviously communion gets affected by dampening, right? So because it's raw healing, it's not like percentage. I mean, sorry, I said it wrong. Obviously, it's percentage, but it gets affected by dampening. That's what I wanted to say. Sorry. So you wanna do it all the CDs that are not like giga affected by dampening. that are affected at gig affected by dampening, you want to do them earlier. So that means in dampening, having 2 time dials is much better than having communion. Obviously, you want to time dial first always, but sometimes you have to think, what do I save for dampening? Or rewind or communion? 100% you will save rewind for dampening, always, no matter what. Talking about shuffle. And in threes, you kinda want a communion kinda early because you're gonna need the mana. But you don't wanna like waste your communion. Unless you know you're not gonna lose the game, you don't wanna waste it. So as I said, first cities should be time dial into Obsidian Scale Starity, my guy, so you get it. Then, or you wanna go offensive, you can press wall first so you can cast and get some sleepwalks, doesn't matter. Then normally I recommend communion first, unless it's like a smoke bomb or something, especially in shuffle. And I will try to save rewind for the last resource because I mean obviously it's affected by dampening too, but not as much. Okay, macros about dragon. About dragon, I recommend some macros that I will show right now. This one is really important. This one is like the druid forms. You put cast exclamation mark emerald communion. Why the exclamation mark? Because if you spam it too hard, you will cancel it without the macro. So with this, you won't cancel it. That's what I mean, right? So you spam it so hard because let's say you're leaving a cyclone, you're spamming it, boom. But you spamming it too hard without the macro, you will cancel it. Or you used to cancel it. Right now, I don't know. Another macro that I recommend is this one. Copy it from this. No need to put it on the comments. It's really easy to copy. It's super short. What does this do? That I press time dial and I don't like spam. Like you spam it, you don't overlap twice at once. Now I did because I was a bit stupid because I didn't have it on the bars. But it's same with the wall macro. This one. So with wall macro, what it will do is I press it, and then it won't let me press it again on myself because obviously my what's his name, my wall lasts long enough for me to not care about seeing it, right? Because I cannot press it on anyone else. I mean, now you can, but not really. You know what I mean? So now I press it and doesn't let me press more. You see, with the macro, so I don't overlap my walls. You understand? Because by pressing it once, I already give wall to someone else anyway. So these macros are kinda nice. Other macros that I recommend for Dragon is the cursor rescue. I basically target my guy and then press rescue where my cursor is. Obviously respecting the range, of course. That would be really nice. And the cancel aura stasis and cancel aura communion. Where do I have them here? I have them on the same macro. So why would you want to do this, for example? Like let's say you press communion time stop, sorry. Let's say you press communion and the enemy rogue is good and he press smoke bomb. So the communion won't heal because it's in a bomb and the bomb works as a line of sight. That means communion won't heal because communion doesn't heal through line of sight, okay? Through pillars. That means I have to cancel the communion and dash in on the bomb. So with this macro, you press communion, you press it and cancel it, you see? And then you get into the bomb. I have this because I cannot cancel it with this because I have the other macro basically. And times are the same, you can cancel it with this as well. And the other, what is the other macro? You can make the same macro for stasis to release it, which I don't know what I have it right now. What is the icon of it? It's not that one. What the fuck? I have it on this. I didn't put the thing in it here. Let me put I don't know, this. So basically, you can release stasis on CC. So for example, I get stunned, but I pre-did this stasis, like double, let's say double burden with Dream Breath is for fun or whatever, doesn't matter. Then I get stunned, and then I press the macro while I'm stunned, and then I release it. You see, while CC, you can release it while CC. So it's kinda OP macro. Cancel out the stasis. And about macros, I think that will be it. I don't think you guys need anything else. Comments about Dragon. Dragon has always been a super offensive healer, so you kind of want to play super offensive comps. What are offensive comps? Melee cleaves like Red Warrior, Windwalker DK, DK Hunter. That could be a really good comp for Dragon this season. It was last season already. You can play Rogue Mage, really good because of the damage CC as well. Yeah, that would be the comps I would recommend. At least for the meta that looks right now. Yeah. Red Warrior, Windwalker DK, DK Hunter, Rogue Mage, comps like that. Weakness and strength. Strength, super offensive healer. Like one of the most, probably the most offensive healer the last two expansions. For sure, especially now that someone got utility nerf. And a weakness, your range. Your range and losing the kick makes you super vulnerable. Like you're super killable, super CCable because you're in the middle of the map. And that will be tips for Dragon. Tips for Dragon. Let me think. Tips for Dragon. I mean, I think it's just like Dragon is all about tracking your shroud when you burden and avoiding CC with it. What will I recommend? What is a tip that I will recommend for new dragons? Is just basically doing like actually not recommending. A tip that I will give, you can pre-charge a little bit of the stasis on the starting room. So you don't waste mana. For example, the gates 5 seconds before the gates open, or 10 even, you press stasis and then you can do half the combo. You can do burden, echo on the guy, and then you don't do anything. Let the gates open, and then you do a dream breath, and you have it charged. And you didn't spend much more mana than the dream breath. Obviously, it won't work if you finish the stasis on the starting room. Okay, so make sure you only do 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3 or 0 out of 3 by just pressing only stasis, but don't do 3 out of 3 on the stasis, otherwise you will be gone when the gates open. And if it doesn't work and you did it as exactly as I said, that means it got fixed. But this has been like this since Dragon came out. More tips for Dragon? I don't really know. Try to like I will recommend you to like try to do the most healing possible first, and whenever you get like really comfortable doing your rotation, focus on doing damage after instantly. Like stop trying to like cast sleepwalks on healers and being CC. No, you trust me on this one. I have coach and I have do a lot of coach both reviews to a lot of people, especially a lot of druids and a lot of dragons, and they all do the same mistake. They focus on CC instead of healing and doing damage. CC will come easier if the enemy team is dying, if the enemy team is struggling. That means if you do insane healing, keep your team offensive, your team will do more damage. That means you can do more damage. And that means the enemy healer is gonna struggle. And if the enemy healer struggles, he will be in a bad position. That means you will be able to sleepwalk him easier. That means for people that are new to PvP, heal first, learn how to like do your rotation properly. Once you know that, next step, do damage while doing the rotation. Implement doing damage on your rotation with fire breath, disintegrates, living flames, doesn't matter, deep breath, whatever. Then whenever you master that too, try to go for sleeps, like a lot. Like Dragon is like one of the classes that you need to be really proactive. So you need to do a lot of healing while you do a lot of damage while you go for sleepwalks. If you try to do all at the same time when you're not that good on Dragon, you're gonna struggle. And trust me, that was one of my biggest problems when I started playing this class. I got round one on Dragons every single season since it came out. So trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Like just focus on healing, into doing damage, into CC, into all three. But don't go. Trust me, it's not worth to like go for two for like CC only or like damage only or healing only. But first focus on healing, then on damage, then on both, then all three plus CC, then all three, you know? And yeah, that will be it for the guide, guys. Hopefully I explained everything correctly. Talent wise, things could change whenever maybe Blizzard decides to buff other spells from Dragon. We will see what happens. So far, I think I like more Flame Saber overall, but Chrono Warden is really good too. It's more like pump, more like, you know, it feels like nicer to play because your globals are faster when you pop your tips the scale during S5 breath. But yeah, that will be it for the guide. This is one of the last guides I make. I'm missing only Holy Priest and Disc Priest, which are probably gonna be coming tomorrow or the days after, just before season starts. And yeah, make sure to follow the YouTube channel. Make sure to follow my Twitch stream if possible as well, where I stream every day. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye bye. Peace.